And welcome back. The African Diaspora International Film Festival is set to showcase a vibrant selection of Caribbean cinema, offering a glimpse into the region's rich cultural heritage and powerful stories resonating with diverse audiences. The series brings together films highlighting contemporary Caribbean life, as well as history and some pressing social issues. Joining me now to tell us more is the outreach and marketing specialist at the African Diaspora International Film Festival. We've got Nina Hay. And then we're also pleased to be joined by storyteller and filmmaker Karen Chapman. And thank you both for joining us.
Good morning.
Good
Good
morning.
morning.
Good morning. And so I just want to get a little bit into Village Keeper for a moment, and I'll come and talk a little bit about the film festival in more totality. But there is this sense of cultural identity, community identity in Village Keeper. For somebody who may not be so familiar, um, take us inside.
Sure. So, Village Keeper is about an everyday mom who is not having a good time. She is overwhelmed, overworked, overtired, and she's the last one to know. And so she's running on empty. And we meet her at a time when she has to decide what she's going to do about that. And we watch Jean take this beautiful transformation.
As we talk about Village Keeper, this is one of many, and I want to get the opportunity, Nina, for you to share a little bit about the film festival and really the goal of allowing the community to become a little bit closer to filmmakers and then also some very important stories.
Of course. So the Caribbean film series really offers the audiences the chance to experience powerful, thought-provoking screenings from films all over the Caribbean. We have films from the Dominican Republic, Haiti, Jamaica, Curacao, Antigua, and each film has deals with a special topic. We have really interesting topics such as revolution and reconciliation, diving into themes of colonialism, resistance, and legacy. We have themes of land displacement and the politics of place. But then we also have themes such as films like Village Keeper, where we talk about generations and families and ties that bond us together, and as well as celebrating new island voices and Caribbean filmmakers as well.
Yeah. And Karen, I want to talk for a second about grief and resilience. We talk about different themes, but grief and resilience is one of those things that kind of bleed through your film. Why did you feel like grief and resilience was important to take a look at?
I think there are things that we don't talk about in our community, like mental health and like what it feels like to have a not a bad day, but a hard time, right? And grief is this ever present factor in our lives that unless we're given the tools to navigate things properly, we could get stuck. And I just wanted to have more resources for people who look like me, and in particular around grief, around domestic violence, around violence against women. We really wanted to create some type of resource, some type of mirror that women could see themselves in.
Yeah. I also want for viewers to know that your film takes place in Toronto's Lawrence Heights, a special place. And talk to me a little bit about Toronto, New York, and also the Caribbean.
Sure. So I think what is pressing in this film is community. You know, a lot of the times we live lives, especially as immigrants, as people who are constantly trying to better ourselves and move out of our situations to get to be in better situations. But in this film, we realize that it's not always about moving. Why should we have to wait or forego having a good life until tomorrow, until we have enough money, until we've moved? And so with Village Keeper, there's an emphasis for a community to take the long way home, to enjoy what we have and not put it off until we're retired to enjoy the life that we have. And so it's like an eat, pray, love journey um, with Aki and Saltfish and roti and curry.
Nina, tell me a little bit more because I want to get some more insight. Because when we talk about the Caribbean, Caribbean filmmakers, the Caribbean diaspora, really highlighting this time around and making people more aware. Give me more on the passion and the purpose.
100%. So Our purpose is to really have films that celebrate the richness and diversity of the African diaspora experience. ADIFF was founded in 1993 in Harlem, so we've been committed to having a social understanding through the power of cinema. And we're really excited to have a few programs during our current series. We have a senior program and also a student program where folks can come at a significantly reduced rate. And we're really trying to make these films very accessible to everyone in the community as well. Uh, yeah.
Yeah. And Karen, really, when you take a look at Village Keeper, we're talking about a widow's experience. And for many people, as you talked about before, talk about grief and resilience, that's really not a conversation that's talked about a lot. And then the perspective of really just being a widow. Um, Out of that, what are you hoping that people take away from the experience of watching?
Yeah, it's a complicated story. It's a complicated story about a woman who's lost her husband, and her husband was abusive. And so when we talk about love, we talk about commitment, we talk about marriage, we don't talk about the complications that I think surround being in a relationship with someone who hurts you, and what it looks like to come up on the other side. And Village Keeper is this beautiful, um, it's not a sad story, you know? Like there's so much resilience and light in this story. And I think it really emphasizes the what we carry as women, as mothers, when we walk into a room. We create a safe space, despite the fact that these characters have gone through so much, that they're holding so much. They still have so much light and resilience, and we're really proud of the film that we've made. We're really excited to share it with you.
Yeah. How long was it in the making and how long to get across the finish line?
Oh my goodness. This film started off as a documentary that was too big for me at the time, and I got angry. I kept seeing news. I kept seeing news flashes of women who were being killed by intimate partners or domestic violence, and the rates has not stopped. And I got instead of I'm a documentary filmmaker by trade, but I was so frustrated with the continuing accounts of violence against women that I picked up a pen and I wrote this story, and I wrote it in about 10 days, applied for a grant, walked away from it, and then I got the money to make the movie. And so COVID happened, which gave me an opportunity to workshop. But it's been a long time in the making. We had very little money. We shot over the course of 12 days. I was pregnant. Um, and so to come up on the other side with this beautiful film that's nominated for 7 Canadian Screen Awards, including Best Picture, it's unheard of. We had a mostly all black crew. Like I'm proud, I'm shocked, and it's by the grace of God that I'm sitting here with you.
We're glad that we really are glad to have you. And Nina, I guess you're glad to have people like Kara, and not only just people like Kara, but really others who are really making a difference. And what does it feel like for you to give artists that kind of spotlight, for a diff to be there to give that kind of spotlight?
It feels wonderful. It feels as though we're able to take a piece of the work and give it to the community for education, for access, and just really let folks know that there are people here that represent us. Especially just me, for myself, I grew up in Jamaica, Queens. My family is Jamaican, so having a film like The Village Keeper is was really impactful for me, just to be a part of the distribution, being a part of the promotion, being a part of the work in that sense. So we just really want folks to come out and see it. We'll be at Teachers College April 25th to the 27th, and we really just want a whole community to join us in the screening as well. So that's our goal, that's our hope.
Yeah. Karen, take me to your neck of the woods in terms of when you have screenings and you have the opportunity for that film that you've worked so long and so hard for, that's put you through all of that and then some. When it finally reaches across the finish line, to have somebody be able to watch it and take it in, that feeling for you.
This is my first one, so I'm floored. The opportunity to actually be in audiences with audience members and share that connection, in the dark space with strangers. is so transformative, and I often feel like perhaps this is what painters feel like, or sculptors or artists that have the immediacy of their art. Like, it takes me a long time to make my movie, and then to screen it in front of folks with audiences, and so it's such a gift. It's such a beautiful, beautiful gift that is transformative, that is dying right now as streamers kind of taken over everything. So I'm really appreciative of theaters, of festivals, of ArtMat, and of opportunities to kind of screen with audiences is such a beautiful and dying opportunity.
Yeah, and I know a lot of hard work has gone in there, but to be able to sit amongst people and to watch and to have that experience is great. And Nina, I know, as you say, this is what you do not just for Karen, but for a lot of people. Before we leave, tell us, Nina, again, the opportunity to participate, watch, and see Karen and others.
Of course. So we're going to be at Teachers College from April 25th to the 27th. We have wonderful films such as we have a wonderful sneak preview such as The Last Meal, Sugar Island, and Village Keeper. We also have a double bill program about Felix DeRoy, who is an important figure from Curacao, Caribbean poet, writer, and dramatist. And we have other wonderful documentaries about prominent Caribbean leaders as well, such as Walter Rodney, What They Don't Want You to Know. For more information about our schedule and lineup, please visit our website, nyadiff.org, and also our socials, Facebook, X, and Instagram at NYADIFF. Um, yeah, we really want everyone to come and attend. That would be our biggest goal as well. So we're excited. We're excited.
Well, we want to thank you both. And again, Karen, congratulations. Best wishes. Enjoy the moment and enjoy many more moments, we believe, that will come your way after putting in such great hard work. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having us.
All righty.
Thank
Well, listen, if you want more information, go ahead and visit the website at NYADIFF, that's DIFF.org. We encourage you to don't go anywhere. We got more open coming up right after this.